Hello, friends. So, for at our Sunday dinner this past Sunday, we met at Kendra and Chris's house. Thanks, Kendra and Chris. And we talked about how, or at least I talked about how I feel like 2 weeks is such a large gap between times of doing these Discovery Bible Study questions that we've been doing each week, where we end up asking, okay, how am I going to live differently this week because of this scripture, and with whom will I share it? Right? Those are questions probably by now you're familiar with. And it feels like a large gap when you've got 2 weeks between, because a lot of times we show up and I can't remember what I said I was going to do the previous time that we met. And so I don't know if I followed through. Well, what we talked about is we don't necessarily want to add so that we're meeting every week, because that might feel pretty heavy. But what if in the off weeks we do the next scripture passage on our initial Discovery Bible Study list at home with our family, again, in that off week? So sometime this week, I meet with my family. Maybe that's everybody in my family. Maybe it's everybody that can be there, or maybe it's just me and Jody, or maybe it's me, Jody, and a couple of my kids' friends along with them. But either way, that we would try to walk through these questions with our own families in that off week to keep a consistent streak of how am I obeying Jesus this week. Enough people that were there said, hey, I'd kind of like to try that, that we said, let's just go for it. So this week, if you choose to join us sometime this week, consider doing the next scripture passage, which is this one, Mark 4, 35 to 41. Okay, so I'll send this question list out to y'all, but I would just encourage you to go through this with your family sometime this week and see what everybody comes up with about how they want to obey Jesus and who they can share with. All right, thanks, y'all.